Hey everyone, I'm having difficulties with this stupid phone again. Sorry about that. Sorry about all the movement too. I'm basically doing this one-handed and I don't have like an actual camera yet. I'm using my phone. So you guys aren't going to see really any races out of me until like I get that stuff like situated. Basically, this one is going to be showing you guys my foals, my horses in my barn, and a little bit of what I didn't talk about in the first video. I'm gonna try making this one short too, because as soon as I got to like 30 minutes on the like when I first tried doing it, it like said camera stopped. I was like, no, not again. Basically, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about some of the horses I plan on having in my next video. It'll probably be a month or two from then, because you know, life gets in the way sometimes, and I want to make sure I have like some really good results first before I like say this horse does this and this and this, and only having like 2 foals out of it to go by, because sometimes that doesn't work out, especially if it's with the same mare. You might think it's something that like the stud throws and the mare could be good in that spot too. So that's why I like to have multiple upon multiple foals before I even give any like information out, which is why Endless Sleeper's not done yet, because I still have quite a bit of unlocking to do with the foals that I have, and I still have a bunch of foals coming in from him that I have yet to do research on and see what they produce. Wonder Whale, his foals are going to be coming up soon too. I'm probably not going to keep him either. I don't like what he has so far. I think I have 2 in the barn. I think I have like 2 more coming. So he will be progress as well to find out what his stats are. Whirlwind, I think I have some coming in as well from him. So hopefully he'll be another one. I'm going to try doing at least like 3 or 4 of them at a time. Wild Wind is one of the ones I think I talked about that I'm going to show you guys. Basically, I want to see if he throws the same thing as his father does, Warm Star. If not, that'd be awesome. I do have some foals already in the baby barn, basically. So his should be starting up soon, but they're only 2. I need to get like maybe 2 more out of complete different mares, just to give like some good data. I will not use the same mare twice, because you never know. You never know. And only that, and like I'm going to show you guys what generations of horses can do. I don't know if I talked about my first one, I can't remember, but basically like you can have a horse like this, and you can have a horse that's like good in the stats, that's recessive, but from what he doesn't throw, and like you can't figure out why you got like a B in, like, for instance, feel, and the mare is like an SS and the stud's like an SS, when you know the stud doesn't produce it, so you know it's from the mare. But then you look back at the pedigree, and like the dam to that mare ended up being a B in feel. So that's when it gets tricky. That's when you got to write down your mares and your studs and like the history, and keep note of it. It might, I'm trying to remember off of my old book. I think it's something that it's going to pass on. Basically, it could always pass on. Sometimes there's a fluke, and then it doesn't. Funny attire. I don't think oh, no, actually this year he's going to have some breeding. So his might be like another couple months. Just because I only just put him in here. And Personal Ballot is also going to be another couple months. He's going to be one of the ones I'm going to talk about on my future videos. I really am hoping that he's a good one. I really hope he is. I'll be pretty happy. He'd be a good cross for Ron Cosmos, I think, if he doesn't produce some bad stats. And then J.O. Everyone knows J.O. He kind of produces a carbon copy of himself, basically. I can't say for exact because I don't have my old journal anymore, because I lost everything with my move. It's somewhere, though. Once I find it, I will show you. But he's basically going to be like the one I breed with most of my mares, to make sure those fillies that I get out of them are really good stat or really good, like most of those abilities. Just so when I do pair them to studs that are like recessive, they throw really good stats in those spots. Basically that's what he's good for. Camera's Crown is also good, and which I will be getting her this year. So you guys won't see her until like another couple months as well. Oh, whoops. I don't know if I talked about it in my first one. Basically, right now, because I'm like in the beginning, I do not keep any colts unless they prove themselves to be like worthy, or I decide to use them for like as like a test, as like Wildman, for instance. I'm using him as a test. See what he throws. But right now I just use like the ones that you can buy from like the 2-year-old sales. Basically this is my starting line. And that's what I'm showing you guys. That's what's going to help you guys out, because if it happens to be exactly the same for you guys in your game, it's going to get you guys ahead, if you guys don't already know this. As you can see, I got more Endless Libra babies coming in. To finish my results with him. Here's a jail right there. A lively ho. Another one. This is a colt, so I'm kind of like sad about it because Brown Cosmos. I think so far I've only gotten colts out of her, which upsets me because I don't keep them. Not only that, but I have quite a bit of horses in the barn, and I'm planning on downsizing. Just so I can use the ones I have right now to their fullest potential, because that's part of the problem I'm having, is I can't ride them to their full potential because I have 30 horses to race. And when you have 30 of them that like the same exact spots and like turf or dirt, it's kind of hard putting them into like enough races. Then you get them mixed up sometimes. I do that, and it can be a little tricky. So this is why I have only 3 here. Kind of hope that it helps downsize a little bit. So it would be nice if I can just get down to like 15 or 20 at a time. I'll be able to keep better track of them. There's Brown Cosmos again, Wildman. Another colt! This is one of my test ones right here, and so isn't this one, and this one's a filly. So I have one of each. There we go. I want to see what they throw as well. I'm always excited for the ones I have, because I'm going to learn something from them, whether they're good or not. So it's basically going to help me in the end with breeding and knowing what's good and what's not for them in the cross. I don't know if I mentioned it in the first video, but I never follow Edma or Edna or whatever the horse's name is. I never follow its suggestions when coming to breeding, because basically it's not always true. Like, yeah, you might have a good horse from when it has like for suggestion, but I've gotten some really nice horses out of it saying, like, don't breed those two. It's an awful cross kind of thing. Just because of what I know for, like, what they're dominant in. I think it's mostly based off of, like, the course distance and, like, the ability. I really never put much time and process into that. Maybe you guys probably know. I mean, if you guys know, then please share it with me, because I like to know all that stuff as well. There's some vast babies, and which is why I like got rid of him, because I don't care for what he throws. He throws a lot of negative stats, and like what he's recessive in, a lot of my mares aren't very good in either. These are both by him. As you can see, what he throws and what he doesn't throw. Now it's dropped anyways because it's past its peak, which is why it's a little lower than this one in certain spots. This one's out of Silly Carol, and Silly Carol is way better than this one, so it proves to show that you won't always get a better horse unless you know the breeding. Like Like this one I will not put into my breeding shed because it happens to be lower quality than the mare. Electric Shock, Best Bridge and Electric Arrow. That one's almost his peak point. It didn't turn out. Well, it's still got growing. Never mind. It's not to its full peak yet, so it's some growing to do. And I still have one to unlock on him. Vast Crisis. Another one out of Vast Delight, but Personal Crisis took speed because he does not throw that. That's what the mare throws. And luckily she's at least good in that, but I already know this one's going to be set up for disappointment. Best End and the Sleeper Best Bridge. This is the one that's a late growth, which is why I'm still waiting on him to be finished. Big Dancer is basically an S horse with an, or is he an S horse? He might be an A horse, sorry. He might have been an A because Big Show's an A too, and I just wanted to see what I would get. That's basically all that was. I don't plan on putting him into like my future breeding things. He's already gone out of the pasture. I only have 2 horses out of him. That's just something I wanted to see and test. Wonder Whale and Your Judge. As you see, I've got some coming in from him. Another one, Endless Design, by Lingered by Design. That's actually a horse that is, it'd be, my mare, my show mare, it's Dam. And I absolutely love her name, Lingered by Design. Pretty interesting. Here's Grey Mind, that's the other one that is out of Great Incidents of Lovely Mind. New Crown. I was really hoping for this one to be good because it's out of Brown Cosmos, but I bred it to Wonder Whale, and there's really some testing to do on him, but so far I'm not too impressed. These are awesome horses. Like, you can have some really awesome studs like in the racing barn and they'd be really successful and they're really good, and then you can put them in the breeding barn and they just don't throw like the good qualities, and the foals ended up like crap basically. So sometimes you can have like a horse that's like an A rank and it could produce better horses than an SS rank would, which is why I test out not only SS, but I will test out other types as well. So I'm not big on all SS horses. And that's all I have so far. I did a lot of retiring because, as you can see, I'm on 5. So I don't have much longer before the 2-year-old sales comes in, and I want to make sure I have room for all those babies coming in, or 2-year-olds coming in, basically. But that's basically it. I'm hoping I'm not forgetting anything. Thank you for watching. Please, if you guys take this with you and use it for your barn, give me some feedback. I'd like to see some feedback, what you guys think or what you guys have noticed. If you have any of those horses that I have mentioned in the first video or that I have right now, if you guys noticed any kind of like habits with them with breeding, let me know. So I can mention it in the next video for you guys and put it to the test, basically. I hope this really helped you guys out. It helped me out once I figured it out. But yeah, this will be up on my page on Facebook. And it's also on YouTube. I'm having issues with my Facebook page because I had to change some things around. Unfortunately, change new admin. For some reason my thing got unpublished and it was like on the thing for deletion, so like I had to like fix that fast. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys can see my page. And if not, just come to my YouTube channel and just watch them there. Thanks, guys.